A second book of Samuel, chapter 3. Now there was a long war atween Saul's folk and David's folk, but David's side got stronger and stronger, while Saul's dwindled the war. Sons were born to David when he was in Hebron. The oldest was Amnon, born to Ahinoam, the Yezreel, and the next was Kiliab, born to Abigail, a wife of Phil, the Carmel. A third was Absalom, born to Maacah, a daughter of Talmai, king of Geshur. A fourth was Adinoah, born to Haggith. A fifth, Shephatiah, a son of Abital. And the sixth, Ithram, to David's wife Eglah. They were all born to David in Hebron. Now when Saul's folk and David's folk were fechten, Abner come to a fore among Saul's folk. Saul hid a Bidean called Rizpah, a doctor of Aiah. Ishbosheth spirit out Abner, that why he'd team up wi' his father's Bidean. Abner got fair raised out Ishbosheth's Seawah and said, Am I a tykes he'd talking up wi' Judah? Have I been loyal to your father, and his family, and his folk? I hinna honnet ye ower to David, yet ye find fault wi' me ower a heeds o' a woman. But now say help me almichty, I'll do all I can to bring about that the meester swore to do for David. I'll do all I can to bring down the house of Saul, and set David up as king o' Israel and Judah, fae Dan a length of Beersheba. Ishbosheth couldna say another word to Abner. He was sae feart at him. Abner sent word to David, saying, Fains agroon, mak a tryst wi' me, and I'll come ower to your help, and fess all Israel to your side. Just that, said David, I'll fairly mak a bargain wi' ye. But ye maun do something for me. Dinna come near han me, unless ye fess Saul's daughter Michal wi' ye. And David sent word to Saul's loon Ishbosheth, saying, Han ower my wife Michal to me, her a married for a toker o' 100 Philistine foreskins. Sae Ishbosheth hid her teen awa frae her man, Laish's loon, Paltiel. Her man, however, gaed wi' her, greeting all awa to Behurim. Syne Abner said to him, Go wa hame out o' us. And he gaed back hame. Abner gaed to a clan chiefs o' Israel, and said to them, Ye sought in days o' all for David to be your king. Now's the time to do it. And Meester has said o' David, Throw a hand o' my servant David, I'll save Israel fae Philistines and fae their faes. Abner spake to a clan Benjamin too. Syne Abner gaed to David, and telled him all at the Israelites, and the hale clan Benjamin wanted him to do. Abner come to David in Hebron wi' 20 men, and David held the party for Abner and the men that were wi' him. Says Abner to David, I'm going awa to gather all Israel to your majesty, sae that they mith come till a tryst wi' ye, and ye mith rule ower them just awa ye went till. David sent Abner awa, and he gaed in peace. David and Joab's men come back fae a raid, fessin' a muckle haul o' spiles wi' them. But Abner wasna wi' David in Hebron at that time, 'cause he'd been sent awa in peace. Von Joab and all his soldiers arrived. He was told at Ner's loon Abner had been there and had been sent away in peace. Joab gaed to the king and said, "Fit have ye deen? Abner come tell you, fit why did ye lot him awa? Ye ken fit Ner's loon Abner's like. He come to chet ye and see your comings and goings, and find out fit you're all were dean." Joab left David and sent runners after Abner, and they brought him back via walls of Sirah. But David didna ken Nathan about it. When Abner went back to Hebron, Joab took him to a side i' the yetts, as gin he wanted to hae a wordy in his lug. There, to avenge a bleed o' his brother, Asael, he struck him i' the guts, and he deet. When David got to hear o' it, he said, "Me and my kingdom have done nae wrong afore a maester, for a bleed on Ner's loon Abner. Let it rest on Joab's head, and on his father's folk. Myth Joab's family never hae een of them a thought of feutly, bailing or leprosy, or his boot or a stick, or dees by a sword, or wince for mate. Joab and his brother Abishai slew Abner, 'cause he had killed their brother Asael at the battle of Gibeon. David said to Joab and all folk for him, Rip your clothes, put on sackcloth, and mourn for Abner. King David himself walked behind the coffin. They buried Abner in Hebron, and the king roared and grat at Abner's grave, and all folk grat too. A king sang his lament for Abner. But why did Abner die like a field? Your hands werena bun, your feet werena in chains. Ye fell like een at falls amo kyards. And all folk grat ower him again. Syne they all come to persuade David to hae a mouthful to eat afore nickfall. But David swore, saying, "Myth Almighty do the same to me, I and mair, gin I taste loaf or onything else, till a sun gang doon." And all folk took tent, and were well shooted, 'cause whatever a king did pleased them. Sae that day all folk and all Israel kent at the king hadna naething to do wi' a killing of Ner's loon Abner. And the king said to his men, "Divn't ye ken 'at there's a prince and a gey lad o' parrots fawn in Israel a day, though I be the anointed king, I'm feckless i' the face o' his violent loons o' Zeruiah's. A maester will sattle wi' a kyard, according to his kyardin."